Come on. Manchester United beating Everton 2-0 at Old Trafford. 21 shots we had in that first half. We kind of made it difficult for ourselves. Jordan Pickford having the game of his life. Antony and Rashford both missing. Clear-cut one-on-ones. But Martial got the second goal. And Man United coming away with 3 huge points there against an Everton team that we should have beaten. By the way, my prediction, spot on, 2-0. Get in. Didn't put a bet on, obviously. But United now 6 points ahead of Spurs. I think we're ahead of Newcastle on goal difference maybe at this point in time. But their goal difference blows ours away. But sod what everyone else is doing. Just focus on what we can do. And there are so many positives to take from that game there today. And I'm going to speak about them all in this match reaction. We've got Bruno's performance from deep. We've got Man United's defensive display. We've got how many chances we created. We've got the return of Christian Eriksen. Casemiro's now unsuspended. I've just got a good feeling about Man United at this moment in time. And I tell you what, that's a hell of a response after what happened last weekend against Newcastle. Some absolute scorching photos is coming there from the game today. This one in particular, and actually no, this one here is an absolute cracker. Scott McTominay coming up with the goods. 4 goals for Scotland during the international break. He came up there. I'll be honest, McTominay's played pretty well. In these last 2 games, there are people that just think he's not good enough for Manchester United. Maguire played well today. Wan-Bissaka played well today. I thought McTominay played well today. In these last 2 games, it's pretty much as good as I think we're going to get from McTominay, but he's done the job. And I tell you, look, how wonderful it was to see this. Marcus Rashford laying it on for Anthony Martial to score that second goal. That was the link-up in the pre-season. Sancho, Rashford, Martial. It's when Manchester United looked brilliant. Ten Hag has rarely been able to use it this season because of injuries. But Martial there coming off the bench, getting that goal. Eriksen coming off the bench. Let's have a little moment, please, to speak about this. His first performance, his first few minutes of Manchester United since what? The end of January? 28th of January, I think it was. Andy Carroll, you filth. Eriksen coming back. And this man. Casemiro, please don't be getting any more red cards. But you know what I mean about the positive feeling around it. If you compare where we were last weekend, where we got absolutely trounced by Newcastle. Played off the park, no design, no energy, no quality. That game against Brentford, it wasn't the most incredible performance, but I'd say we had that control. And I tell you what, again, what I'm a little bit surprised about when it comes to how they played today, I'm surprised Everton didn't press us. I'm surprised they gave Bruno and De Gea and Maguire and Martinez so much time on the ball. Even more so because they were playing such a high defensive line that Bruno was having the time of his life, finding all of those balls in behind. I couldn't really believe that they were giving Bruno that much time, but did he take advantage of it? And there are questions to be asked now, really, about whether or not Ten Hag may try and find the situation where Bruno can operate that role. It was kind of a free role, wasn't it? I don't particularly think we had a defensive midfielder today. I don't particularly think we needed one. I really, really don't. Manchester United there today against Everton, controlling it from the back, controlling it from deep, playing the balls through, playing the balls over the top, and Bruno was that orchestrator. He was the conductor of how Manchester United's football went in that first half. 21 shots, so many balls over the top. Everton couldn't stop them. And that's what confused me because they played with such a high defensive line, but then didn't press in the attack. So they're trying to make the pitch smaller, but instead, they're just leaving space in behind for United and Rashford and Antony. And look, United should have buried that game way, way before Martial scored that second goal. Antony in these last couple of games, I'm enjoying watching Antony's debut season. Now, there are going to be people that are frustrated and saying, the final product's not there. Yes, there are definite things that he needs to improve on. I think today, was it today? He ducked past, he actually went on the outside of an Everton defender. I think it was against Brentford where he actually crossed with his right foot. I think he's trying to help and improve himself. Now, was his finishing good enough today? No. Was Manchester United's finishing good enough today? No, it was not. The chance creation was there because this man was having the time of his life. However, Rashford, and let's take a moment here. Please don't be injured, Rashford. Rashford pulled up with holding his groin, which is never a good look, by the way. Because rarely do you just sort of, brush that off and then be fit for the next game. So you kind of think that maybe he's going to be missing that game against Sevilla. What is it, on Thursday? I think it is. Let's find out during the week. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. But Anthony, he had the opportunities there today. He's getting himself in the right positions. He's making the right runs. The finishing wasn't quite there. But I tell you what, Jordan Pickford had a pretty damn good game. He really, really did. Now, the finishing could have been better for sure from Rashford. And this is why we need a world-class number 9 in the summer. We need one. As soon as we get one in that team, imagine you're creating 21 chances there, but you're giving it through to like an Osimhen or a Kane or a Ramos or whoever it could be. Changes things. It changes this Manchester United team, and it's what we need to go up to the next level. Somebody who I was really impressed with today, maybe not really impressed with, but really, really happy for, was Sancho with that pass through to McTominay. In those tight situations, I think that's where you get the best of Jadon Sancho. Because the vision there, the execution on that ball was brilliant. McTominay firing his foot. Let's go back through to that absolutely amazing photo. Big up to the cameraman for taking that one. But the ball from Sancho, I'll speak about David De Gea in a minute. The ball from Sancho and the finish from McTominay was a great goal. And it's just good to see United. Look, it might arguably be the most impressive response I think that we've had since all these knockbacks we've had this year. Plenty of knockbacks. And this response this week with 6 points against Brentford now and Everton, it buries that Newcastle result. Now Spurs are playing Brighton this weekend. That's not a gimme in any way, shape or form. And you'd actually probably back Brighton to get a result there and Spurs to drop more points. And if that is the case, the top 4 it's not ours yet, but it's ours to lose. Everything is in our hands and control because we've gained that control back after these last 2 games. And those last 2 wins, really, really huge, important wins against Brentford and Everton. And I think that was a Premier League record this season, 21 shots in the first half. I think that was. Not quite sure. But it feels like it should be. But yeah, somebody I want to speak about as well. As I said, because Brentford and Everton have decided not to press from the front, it's made it a bit easier for David De Gea in possession. But I tell you what, his pass to Anthony, over the top. De Gea's distribution was on point today. I'm still not sold on De Gea under pressure. I'm not really sold on anybody there under pressure apart from Martinez. But look, somebody else who played well today, and I think deserves credit, Harry Maguire. Thought his passing was spot on today. Thought he handled Everton pretty well today. Wasn't really much to handle, let's be honest. Everton had their chance. Was it Sims in the first half? They probably should have scored from that. They didn't. But credit to Maguire. You know, people try to lump the word agenda on me, and it's just, there is no agenda. If a player plays well, I will point it out, and I will credit them. And if a player plays badly, I will also point that out. And I will also say that they need to improve. But just to say, I've just got such a, I don't know, I've just got a positive feeling about what this team has overcome over these last couple of months with the injuries and the suspensions and the game schedule that's been relentless. And we've won the League Cup. We're in the Europa League quarterfinal. We're in the FA Cup semi-final. With the top 4 is in our hands. Eriksen is now back from injury. Casemiro is now unsuspended. Anthony Martial is back and scoring goals for the club. I don't personally think that we'll actually see Martial play 90 minutes for United. A full 90-minute game. I don't think we'll see it this season. I think Ten Hag's going to wrap him up in cotton wool and just pick and choose. Whether it's going to be the first 60 or the last 30, 35, I think that's where you're going to see Martial this season. So there might be games where Weghorst plays and people are angry about it. Hey, look, Weghorst is out of the team, and it was the right thing to do. United are a better team without Weghorst in when you look at what Martial can bring. However, Weghorst has done a really good job for United when we needed someone at that point. He was an excellent placeholder, and I think he can be happy with himself, I suppose. Happy with himself? Don't know what I'm talking about there. But I'm just happy to see United burying the Newcastle result. I think that means now that David De Gea is tied with Nick Pope on clean sheets for the season. Man United getting 6 points. We are 6 points clear now of Spurs in 5th place. We play Spurs away in a few weeks' time. That could be the clincher for the top 4 this year. But Bruno Fernandes, without a shadow of a doubt, is my man of the match there. Him in that deeper role, there's questions that I think we could ask. Maybe that could be something that we could see a bit more next season. Who knows? You can let me know what you think in the comments below. But yeah, spot on game prediction. Bang on there. 2-0. Total dominance. Real control. Let's move forward. Next up is Sevilla. I'll be back before that. But until then, take it easy, everyone.